What is up, guys? It's your boy obbldude, and today I wanted to do another kind of beginner video. Mainly the main reason I want to do this one is just because everything I'm going to be going over in this top 10 tricks and tips for beginners in Entropia. I'm going to be basically going over pretty much all the mistakes I made, and I feel like when it comes to mistakes in this game, I've probably made some of the worst ones that you could possibly make. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be doing a 20 ped mining run as well. So at the end of this, like always, we'll see how much we end up with at the end. But let's just get right into this top 10. So at number 10, I wanted to make this number 10 just because I wanted to say this like first thing kind of more in the beginning of the video. But when you're first starting out in Entropia Universe, don't deposit a lot at the beginning. Like, don't go depositing 200 bucks and trying to get like the best stuff you can, because it won't work, because you're not going to be skilled up enough to be able to do that kind of stuff, and you're going to be wasting a lot of money, not getting that much money back. So when first starting out, number 10, just start small. Put in 10, 20 bucks, use the beginner stuff, use the noob stuff. It might seem like it sucks, but you're going to be happy in the long run when you do that, because you need to get your skills up to be able to make those good profits and use those better equipment. So number 9, focus on just one thing, like one profession, stuff like that. Just focus on one thing, because overall you're going to save a lot more money in the long run because you're only doing that one thing, you're focusing on that one thing, you're progressing that one thing. And then you're going to be able to get your skills up quicker and then make better and better loot. So definitely keep that in mind. Oh, nice. Double drop. Let's go. So that is number 9. We're going to go right into number 8. Keep the idea of the real world buying low, selling high concept in mind when it comes to this game. Since this game is a real cash economy, a lot of real economy stuff play in the factor. In the basics of economy, basically buying low, selling high, this game is no different. And keeping that in mind can really determine whether you're making money or losing money in this game, especially possibly even losing everything. So buy low, sell high, keep that in mind no matter what you're doing playing Entropia Universe. Number 7, don't forget to use the right equipment for your skill level. And not only that, but you also want to make sure that you are doing an activity that meets those equipment requirements. Like, for example, if you're using a certain gun, and you want to kill a certain mob, just because you can kill a mob with a certain gun doesn't mean you should, right? Like, for example, this gun I have, the Cochrane LP7L, that gun can easily kill a level 1 puny, level 2 mobs, but it doesn't mean I should, because I'm not going to be getting as high of a return from those smaller mobs. So I'll be using more money and not getting anywhere close to what I'm spending back. So just make sure that you're using the right equipment for your skill level and you're participating in the correct activity for those skills and for that equipment. Number 6, make sure to have a good budget strategy. Now this one's kind of optional, but when it comes to having a good, healthy ped count, like in your account, you want to kind of have a budget strategy in place just to kind of get an idea, like, what can I spend, every month or so, to, be able to play this game for a decent amount, have fun with it, and not go totally broke, basically. Like, for example, my budget strategy is simply, I make 500 bucks a week at my job, at my real world job. So the way I see it is, okay, after bills, I did some calculations, after bills and other expenses, I can afford to basically put in 10% of my paycheck every month. So basically 500 bucks a week. So I put in about 50 bucks a month or 500 ped a month, and that usually lasts me a pretty good time. especially doing all the other things I kind of mentioned before. Definitely very sustainable, at least at the level I'm at. Number 5, make a note on the loot trend going on in the area that you're either hunting or mining in. Is it, make a note. Is it lower loot than normal, higher loot than normal, just average normal loot? Keep that in mind, because that can save you in the long run from, wasting a lot of money. So definitely keep that in mind. All right, number 4. At first, focus on skills, not profit. And for multiple reasons. The main reason is when you're first starting out and your skills aren't the best, you're not going to be getting the best of the best loot, right? Could you? Yeah, it's possible, but it's unlikely. So instead of focusing on the profit and how much you're making or not making or whatever, focus on skills and getting those skills up so that you can, get those better loots and pull that profit. And it'll help you stay a little more motivated in the game as well, because you won't be thinking, oh, I'm losing money. And even if you are losing money, if you do, my first tip and trick, you won't be losing a whole lot, maybe $1 tops, So just focus on skills, get those skills up, and, worry about profit later. Number 3, get a mentor or become friends with someone higher level than you. This is probably one of the best tips, probably, just because mentors can teach you so much. They can help you so much in this game. They can prevent a lot of heartaches, a lot of hardships that a lot of other people go through, including myself, and end up losing money and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend either getting a mentor or just talking to people and becoming friends with just someone that's better than you, that knows more than you, and learn from them. Number 2, do your research, check forums, and see what everyone else is doing. Because when it comes to Entropia Universe, most likely a lot of the times, if a lot of people are doing one specific thing or something specifically, generally it means that it's working and you should jump on that. And it doesn't last forever either. So when certain trends like that, you see something in the forum, you notice explosive projectiles are just going off the hook, maybe it'd be a good idea to jump in while the getting's good. So just keep an eye on trends. Ideally, you want to keep, you want to do your research on the profession that you're doing mainly. So if you're only doing hunting, you should check out some hunting forums and stuff like that, and see what's going on in your own profession, kind of a thing. But if you're like me and like to do all the professions, then you can just look at any forum and see what's popping off. And number 1, this last one might sound a little cliche, but it is true, and it is a really good way to keep going in this game and not giving up. And it's a game. All right, remember, this is a video game. This game is not designed to make you tons of real life money. That's not its objective. That's not where it's at least right now. Who knows? Maybe one day it could be a possibility. You never know the future. But of right now, it's just a video game. Don't focus on, trying to make hundreds or thousands of dollars in this game, because it's probably not going to happen. You're most likely going to lose hundreds or thousands, or at least break even and make it back or something. Just play this game like you would any other video game, and you'll have a lot of fun with this, especially if you don't focus on real life profit. If you focus more on in-game profit, you're going to have a lot more fun. And that's just something I've learned for me personally that works for me personally. I just like to focus on in-game profits and be able to sustain my investments, whether it be hunting or mining, to just keep playing the game. And having that kind of mindset, keeps you in the game and keeps you having fun. Because it's like, oh man, I just made a 5 or 10 ped profit. And if you think about real world, it's like, oh, it's only like 50 cents a dollar, but it's like, in game, that's pretty good. So just keep that in mind. It's just a video game. Have fun with it. Deposit some money to have fun with it, but don't look at it as like a full-blown investment like the stock market or something. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. That's my top 10 tips and tricks for Entropia that I've learned just myself from making so many mistakes in the game. So I'm kind of making this video just to kind of prevent it from happening to a lot more other people. And then that way, some people that might not know what this game's about, maybe you guys have a little bit of a better idea on what this game is all about. But we are going to drop these final probes. We're going to head over to the TT, and like always, we'll see how much money we made in this mining run. Alright guys, so we are back at the trade terminal, and we will see how much we made on this run. We started off with 20 ped of probes, and we came back with 20.91 ped of loot. So we almost made a 1 ped profit TT value, which is pretty good, I think, for a short, 20 ped mining runs. So that's the video. That's the top 10 tips and tricks. Hopefully I helped some of you guys out. This is more geared for those like very new, brand new beginning players. Sorry, my phone's ringing off the hook today. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.